Hi, I'm Laura, and we are going to be doing a beginner's class for back pain. So please do not worry, you are in safe hands. So, what you will need for your session is just a mat. I'm going to keep things really, really simple today because it is a beginner session. So, we're going to look at stability and a little bit of mobility as well, because sometimes back pain is caused by holding patterns. And if you're in a holding pattern, we need to try and also learn to let go of that. So let's begin. We are going to start in a 4-point kneeling position. So as we're in this position, we're going to make sure our spine is nice and long. And if you have a mirror, that's a really good idea to have a look at that. So we are in our 4-point kneeling. Spine is nice and long, and you're just going to draw up. So we're going to watch out for any of this. We are going to push that floor away, so those shoulder blades so kind of rotate down your back. We're going to do a movement called the cat. We're first going to do a little press up tight movement, and then you're going to push away the floor and draw up towards the sky, towards the ceiling, and then back in a flat back position. So going down towards the ground, up into that movement, and then back into a flat back position. We're going to do it one more time. Good. Okay, so if it's a lower back condition, because there's many different types of back pain, we are going to take it a slightly different angle. So you're going to go down towards the ground, shift your weight back. So now your weight is more carried on the legs. Then you're going to slide your hands along so your fingertips are still in touch with the floor. And you're going to try your hardest to let your neck go. Then you're going to walk it back. You're going to go down towards the ground, shift that weight back. And then you're just going to again hold that position back into a flat back position. I'm going to do it one more time. Down towards the ground, shift that weight back. Let your neck hang as best you're able to, and let go back into that position. So that one opens up your lower part of your spine more. So now we're going to integrate the leg into some of these movements. So we're not going to go down this time. We are going to draw the head to our knee. So I'm balancing on my right foot, my right leg rather, and lengthen away. I'm going to draw in so head comes nicely in and lengthen away. You can have a pointed toe or a flexed foot. Just trying to get you moving in today's session. I'm going to aim for 10 of these. This is number 4. You may feel your tummy muscles contract. And 5. And I just want you to breathe. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's change sides. So head comes in, lengthen away. That's 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Good, let's sit back into what I call a shell stretch. Some people might know it as a child pose. Take a little moment to breathe. You can't sit on the back of the legs like I am. Here is absolutely fine. We're just going to have a little breath there. I want you to breathe in and exhale. And again, breathing in and breathing out. One more time. And breathe out. Good, and come all the way up. So we're going to be using our mat as a bit of a prop. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll up the end of the mat a little bit. So you're going to roll up the end of your mat, and this bit of the mat is going to go underneath your chest. And that's to give us a little bit of support. You're going to lay on your front with the rolled up bit. Otherwise, we're just laying on our back, and it can add a little bit of compression into the lower part of the spine, especially if you've got bulging discs. You don't want to do that. So take your hands either side of your mat, and you're going to pull yourself forward like you are Spider-Man. It's almost like you're putting yourself on traction, and then relax. And again, you're going to pull yourself forward and relax. You're going to pull yourself forward and relax. I'm going to do one more time. So you can see how my elbows are still in contact with the floor. My shoulder blades are sliding down my back. Good. Well, I'm going to bring my hands a bit further up now. So we are again pulling forward. Little lift there. It's hardly anything. And relax. This is called the swan dive. And relax. Notice how my legs are together. So that's going to help me squeeze my glutes. And as I draw those creases of my bottom towards each other, that also assists the back. But again, we're just pulling ourselves forward. Can you see there's a very small little lift there? One more time. Good, nice. Then you're going to slide those hands back. Push into your shell stretch there, your child pose type movement. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Good, you can roll it out your mat. We're going back onto our hands and knees. What we're going to do first, we're actually going to do opposite arm from leg. All right, so what we're going to first of all do is make sure your pelvis is nice and stable. So we're going to teach you a bit of stability here. So I'm going to slide a leg away like I'm sliding a penny along the floor, and then I'm going to come back. Now what I'm trying to do is keep my pelvis nice and stable. Now, of course, you are going to be shifting your weight from one leg to the other. Otherwise, you would fall over. It's your natural response. But what I don't want is this right now. We are just keeping ourselves nice and stable. Let's do one more. Good. Now, if you feel comfortable enough, now I'm going to do opposite arm from leg. And again, you're going to slide along. Now, I'm weighting either side just yet. But again, there's that shift of weight, sliding along and then coming back forward. So again, I'm thinking about stability. The neck is nice and long. I want you to draw your attention to your abdominals as well. We're trying to maintain a lengthened back as well, so we're not dipping. Can you see what happens when I dip? I'm actually pulled up, aren't I? So I really want you to make sure you are drawing up, keeping that spine nice and long, not dipping as I just did, and then coming up. So you're offering yourself support. Shall we try and see if we can balance like that? So you're going to slide. I'm a little hover now. Not overreaching. If you overreach, you will fall over. So now we're just having a little lift here, and we are doing opposite arm from leg. Just thinking about stability here. So this is a back exercise. It's a back strengthening exercise. Coming back down. Good. We're going to do two more. See if we can go a little bit higher maybe. But again, we aren't letting our back go. We're being nice and long through that body. And come back down. Two more. And one more. Good. Again, take it into that shell stretch. It's important to sort of have those moments to sort of let your back relax. And then slide all the way back up. Perfect. We're now going to sit on our bottoms, and we're going to think about getting a little bit of movement in the spine. Now, if this is really uncomfortable for you to sit like this, like for example, can you see my legs are closer towards me? It's making me sit back and also hunch over. We don't want that. So I'm going to bring my legs a little bit longer, and now I can extend through my spine. If that is still not enough, we roll up the mat. Roll up the mat if you like, and then you can sit on it if you need that extra height. So you're going to go a little bit of length back, a little hinge back, tiny. I just did it. You probably didn't notice it. And then you're going to do a little roll. But this is a supportive roll. You are not collapsing. So you are not collapsing. You are supporting your roll. So you're nice and long back and then have that roll. So you're maintaining this lovely sort of natural neutral curve here. And we're going to just a little bit of length there and then small little pelvic tilt and then come back up. If this is a real trouble to you, especially with hips, you can roll up that mat quite widely so you don't roll off it. And then again, you can do the same movement here. So again, little bit of length, adding the roll, and already I've rolled up my mat and I feel a lot better in this position. So we are going for support, not collapsing, and then come back up. If you're wondering what you should do with your arms, I'm just going to ask you to bring them in front with you. Shoulders relax as best they can, not too far forward. So again, nice and long, add in that little roll, and then come up. If this is still too achy for your hips, you could go longer with those legs, nice and long, add in that roll, and then come back up. You're going to do two more of these. I am not really talking about breath too much at the moment. I just want you to move, because once you've mastered the movement, then we can think about that breath. So again, nice and long, adding in that roll. Good, and two more. Nice and long, add in the roll. One last one. Nice and long, add in that roll. Good, and relax. Good, good, good. Okay, so we are rolling out our map again. If you felt like you needed to bring yourself a little bit more higher there, we are now going to go onto our back. Now, if you have been given this exercise from a physio, I want you to take notice what happens. Can you see my lower back sort of arching? I have no control over my lower half of my legs, and if I have a back condition, like a bulging disc, that is a worry. So we are going to bring our feet a little bit wider apart. Elbows are going to be either side of you, fists up towards the ceiling. Now I'm going to take it into a rock, so I have more control over my movement. I have control over my back. When the feet are together, less control, more likely to injure yourself. So make sure you have a little bit of distance between. Now, because our necks often don't move, I want you to make sure you're moving your head in the same direction as your knees, just so you can get that nice movement going through your body. So this is a mobility exercise, and I'm just gently pushing with my feet, and also the little gentle push there as well with my elbows as well. And I'm just getting that nice movement. Good, nice. Now I'm going to add a little knee lift here. So as I go to my right, I'm going to lift a knee lift, and again, that's nice for opening out that little part of your spine. Just relax, move through that lower part of your back. Open up that part of the spine there. That's it. Good. We can also add a stretch up here, stretching out. And then we go to the side, stretching. So here I've done a point and flex. I have an eye point and flex. Nice for the hamstrings, point and flex. But if it is a bulging disc you have, then you may have a very limited range of movement, and adjusted angle might be needed. Right, we're going to do another stability exercise. So if you need to come back to that massage you've just done at any point, please feel free to do so. So we're going to talk about stability here. So what I want you to do, I want you to check your back. Just see how your lower back curve is there. Okay, so if it's excessive, we might have to put something underneath your bottom. Okay, like a cushion or a towel to sort of lengthen out your back a little bit more. But if you're generally okay, and you think, oh, I've just got a subtle curve there, then this will be fine for you. So you're going to draw your ribs down and then slide them to your pelvis. So there's going to be a very slight pelvic tilt there. So it's like your pelvis comes upwards, okay? Your elbows are still here. I'm not having them here. They are still here, okay? And then you're just going to relax. All right, so then you're going to draw your ribs down again. Slide them down to your pelvis. And then relax. This is called imprint, and it's useful in the beginning when learning about stability. Okay, and then relax. Now, as we go into this position, we're going to inhale, prepare. I'm actually going to add a breath here. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, slide ribs. You're going to inhale, hold. And exhale, release it. We're going to do that two more times. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, ribs to hips. Inhale, hold. Exhale, and release it. Last one. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, slide ribs. Inhale, hold. And exhale, release it. Lovely. Okay, right, we're going to think about a bit more stability now. So hopefully you've conquered that as best we can in this time. And we're going to inhale, prepare, exhale, slide. Now, once you've got yourself into that position, you're then going to bring one leg up to tabletop. All right, and this is where we are going to test our stability. So you've got that one leg, okay, just feel how everything's nicely connected, but I'm going to get you to move that leg like you're going to go over a puddle, but you're just moving from the hip. Try and maintain that stability and then tap and then come back up. Okay, so you're trying to maintain that stability, just coming down and then coming back up. That's two. We're going to do one more of this and then we'll do the other side. So again, maintain that stability, tap, then come back up. Good. All right, let's change the other side. So again, you're in this position, okay? So you've got your ribs to hips, you then bring the other leg up. So now you're thinking about the hip going over a puddle, yeah? So you're not bending at the knee. You might find one side a little bit harder than the other. If I'm adding in breath, it's exhale down, inhale back up. Exhale down, inhale back up. We're going to do one more. Exhale down, inhale back up. Lovely. Okay, next one. We're going to slide ribs to hips, one leg up. Now you're going to try and bring the other leg up, okay? Bring those arms up. Have 3 breaths here. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. One more time. Exhale. Put one leg down, followed by the other. So you're learning stability. Have a little bit of a rock here. Little bit of rock. Okay, next section. Slide ribs to hips, maintain, leg up into tabletop, this is called, and then bring the other leg to join it. Now, you have the arms up. Right, I'm going to bring one leg out. I'm going to extend it. That's going to be a bit more challenging. So I want you to take it as far as you feel like you can. If it's quite far down while maintaining what we're trying to do, then that's great. But if it's here, that's fine as well. But you want to make so you have a little challenge there. There should be no negative pain and that you're able to maintain that imprint. If you come out of that imprint, you know you're not stable and you're not ready. So we are testing the waters today. Let's see what your level is on your stability. So I am adding in breath here. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Inhale, come back and exhale. Inhale, lovely, and then bring one leg down, followed by the other. We're going to have a nice full body stretch here. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Let's bring those knees into your chest. Let's give yourself a nice little hug, a little squeeze there. If you want to have a little rock, you can, or a back and forth, or maybe your arms or your legs can go in different various movements. One leg down, followed by the other. Right, little stretch here. Take your left arm out to the side, add a bit of rotation. So again, you shouldn't be over excessive. If you need to have a bit of protection there, put some cushions onto your legs so that you can reduce your range of movement because it might not be good. The other thing you can do is also lengthen out the bottom leg if that's also a problem. Head, I'm going to ask you actually to go in the same direction as your knees. That's to keep and maintain length in your neck and also take away strain. The opposite tends to strain the neck if you've got any neck conditions that are linked to your back. So just have that moment just to focus on your breath there. You can bring your top knee up a little bit higher, or you might want to have a little bit of extension there. Good, just hold there. Good, lovely. Okay, before you come out of this, elbows into the ground, bend your knees, come round. That's to protect your back. Other arm goes outside, rotate in the opposite direction. Lower leg can be adjusted if you need that little bit more length in your back and you don't want to compress your body too much, like your lower part of the spine. And again, you're just going to hold the stretch. If you need to increase it and you feel like you're good and you're happy with where you are, you can bring the top leg up higher or you can extend the leg if you want. Elbows grounded. Bring those legs round. Give yourself a little rock. Again, stretch out. Give your little hips a rocket in the socket. You're going to rock to your side, come up to a seated position. I'm just going to do a few breaths here. Breathing in, breathing out. Sweep the arm forward. Breathing in, breathing out. One more time. Breathing out. Good. And well done. And thank you for joining me today.